Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jenn, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I have an intermediate reformer workout that's going to be working everything from your waist down to the tips of your toes. So, if you're looking for a lower body workout that's going to strengthen and tone your legs and your glutes, this is the one for you. We are going to be starting on 3 heavy springs. Our foot bar is going to be up on its normal position. Headrest can be lifted or down, whichever you prefer. And once you are ready, this workout starts now. All right, once you're ready, go ahead, make sure your foot bar is up, double check your springs, 3 heavy springs. Once you're ready, headrest can be adjusted any way you like. You can go ahead, you can lie on down. We're going to find our toes on that foot bar. Our heels are going to be connecting together. From here, I want you to draw those abs in, relax those shoulders, make sure you're in that neutral spine. From here, your arms are reaching long, balls of the feet, heels are clicked together. From here, I want you to take a big inhale through that nose, exhale it out. Again, inhale through that nose, exhale it out. Exhale this one. On your next inhale, take a big deep inhale and extend yourself out and resist yourself in. So think about squeezing those heels together, pulling those thighs together, lifting that pelvic floor as you reach those legs long out of the hips. So intentionally squeezing those thighs, really activating everything, comes super tight, and then release it coming in. Resist that release as you come home. Squeezing those glutes, activating those inner thighs, lifting up that pelvic floor, feeling those transverse abdominals activate here as you're pulling in and up. For 3, for 2, last one, come in halfway. Let's pulse it up and down, little pulses here. In and out. Keeping those abs pulled in, neutral spine engaged, shoulders are still relaxed. We got 5, for 4, 3, 2. Extend yourself out, hold yourself long. From here, I want you to drop those calves under, those heels under, and lift up on those toes. So calf raises here, lowering the heels and lifting the heels. Really try to drive those heels under and release as you come up. We have 4, for 3, 2. On this last one, I want you to hold those heels up, little pulses up for 10, 9. Feel those calves connecting together. Feel those ankles starting to heat up for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up on those toes and bend your knees. We're going to take our heels wide on the bar. Feet are externally rotated. From here, abs are drawn in, neutral spine is engaged, arms are resting down by your side. From here, inhale, extend yourself out and resist yourself in. So again, neutral spine is engaged. Those abs are pulled back and down. Rib cage is knitted closed. Really try not to think about pulling those toes back with you. Think about them pushing down on that imaginary floor in front of you. We have 4 more here. For 3, 2. On this last one, you're going to hold yourself back up at the top again. Now from here, we're going to come down halfway, push yourself right back up. So working a little bit more in the quads, coming halfway, pushing up. So we're working in the high part of the reformer, pulsing it in and out. Think about those balls of the feet still pressing down on that imaginary floor, not pulling back. So really getting that ankle work. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out this time. Bring it all the way in. You're going to bring your heels back to hip distance apart. And from here, I want you to rotate your toes towards one another. So your big toes are coming in, maybe touching. Your knees are trying to touch. From here, draw those abs in, neutral spine engaged, extend it out, resist it in. So really squeezing those knees together, really activating those glutes, lengthening those legs out of the hips. Rib cage is still knitted closed. Transverse abdominals are pulled down and in. We have 4, for 3, for 2. Last one, come all the way out. You're going to come halfway in. Little pulses here. Tiny little pulses. Inch up and inch down. Really feel the top of that quad activating here. We have 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend yourself all the way out and bring yourself all the way in. Go ahead, bring your feet back to parallel, lift them up, roll those ankles, drop your knees from side to side. One more each direction. And once you are ready, we are going to be coming up, taking a spring change. So I'm going to be taking off 1 heavy spring, leaving myself with 2 heavies, 2 reds. We're going into single leg work. So if 2 heavies is too much for you, just go down to a red and a blue. And if you want more, you can add that blue on. For me, I'm going to stay at 2 heavy springs. That's 2 reds on my carriage. From here, I'm finding the ball of my right foot on the bar. Left foot is coming to tabletop. From here, we're going to go ahead, find our neutral spine, take an inhale, extend that carriage out, keep that heel slightly lifted, and bring yourself in. So right now, the leg is just staying in tabletop, trying to get used to this position, finding our good alignment. Abs are drawn in, rib cage is closed, knee is right over that hip. We'll go for 3 more here. Next time that leg comes in, I want you to shoot it over that bar. For a bicycle, pull it right back over that hip. So every time you extend out, really think about squeezing that knee to the quad on that single leg extension. We have 4 more here. For 3, 2. On this next one, bring yourself to that bicycle. I want you to extend that leg, bend that leg. Extend it over the foot bar, bring it back in. So we're adding a bend and extend, and then bicycling it back over the foot bar. So we're going to keep adding on to this to go into full Developpé. We'll do 2 more here. Next time you come in, out, bring that leg into extend. Now from here, I want you to drop that straight leg down to the foot bar, kick it up. Bend it back to table, bicycle. Almost there. Bicycle. Now, we're going to keep adding on from this. If this is enough for you, you stay here. Otherwise, you can add one more move in with me. So we bend and extend up. We lower, we lift, we flex, we point, back to bicycle. Over the foot bar, bring it in. Lift it up, tap the foot bar, lift the bar, flex, and point. Bicycle it in. Extend, tap, flex, and point. 3 more. For 2. Last one. Really reach that leg, tap that foot bar, lift, flex, point, bring it to table, and slowly bicycle it in and bring your foot back to the foot bar. All right, finding that left foot, ball of the foot on the foot bar, right leg to table. From here, inhale, extend it out. Exhale, bring it in. So now that right leg is in tabletop right over that hip. Still double check on those ribs, that they're pulled in. Neutral spine is still engaged. Pulling those abdominals in and up. We have 2 more here. We'll start adding that bicycle in 1 more. Next time you go out, extend that leg for that bicycle and pull it back. Reach that leg long, squeeze that leg on the foot bar, kneecap to quad. Really get that extension. Deliberately squeeze and reach. Last 2, then we're going to add that bend and extend. Next one here, bring that leg to tabletop, extend it up, bend it down, bicycle it over. So this is where you really squeeze and really reach. Find that length. Great hamstring stretch for a moment. Last one. Next time the leg comes in, we're going to do come from bicycle, bend and extend, lower and lift, bicycle it down. Don't add the flex and point yet. We'll do 4 just like this. We have 3. 2. Really concentrate on those movements. 1 here. We're going to go for full Developpé now. So bicycle it out. Bring it in. Bend and extend. Lower, lift, flex, point. Bicycle it out. Extend. Lower, lift, flex, point. Bicycle it out. Extend, lower, lift, flex, point, bring it in. 3 more. Last one. Bring that bicycle out, slowly bring it in, and bring yourself on home. Go ahead, drop those knees. 1 more time to each side. And then from here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to drop our headrest. So if your headrest is up, please go ahead and knock it down. We're going to come into hip rolls here. So if these 2 heavy springs are too light for you, go ahead and add some weight on. Heels or arches are on the bar. Arms are reaching down. From here, abs are pulled in. Rib cage is knitted closed. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, begin rolling your spine back towards your nose. Lifting those hips, trying to keep that carriage quiet. Come all the way to the top. Find that length. Take an inhale. On that exhale, begin to articulate yourself down, one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Come down to the bottom. Take an inhale. On that exhale, you're going to tuck and roll. Try to pull that carriage closed. Rolling yourself back down on that exhale. I want you to go through these, couple more at your own pace. I want you to really think about pulling those heels to those glutes here. This is a glute lower body workout, so really concentrate on squeezing everything quiet and pulling everything towards the foot bar. We'll go for 2 more here. Find yourself at the top. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Last one here. You're slowly going to roll it up. You're going to find yourself up at the top. You're going to stay there. Now pull that carriage closed. Really pull those heels towards your glutes. You're going to hinge yourself down and lift yourself up. Carriage is quiet. Halfway up, halfway down. Squeeze. Keep that rib cage tight. Don't let it splay. For 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up. We're going to pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. We're moving our bridges. So from here, when you're ready, push that carriage out. Drop those hips to a hover. Lift and return. Extend yourself out. Drop those hips to a hover. Keep everything tight. Pull it in. Kiss the bumper. Woo! Feel those hamstrings, those quads. Everything's working. That back body is strong. We have 2 more. On this last one, pull yourself in. Hold yourself there. Let's pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Take an inhale. On that exhale, slowly roll it down, one vertebrae at a time. Untucking down at the bottom. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll those ankles. And give yourself a moment here. All right, we are going to be coming up on our reformers. We're going to be coming for a spring change as well. So once you're ready, slowly come on up. I am going to be taking one red spring off, leaving myself on one heavy spring. We are going to be coming up standing on the floor. We're going to come into lunges here. So we're going to take our toes. So this is my right foot. My toes are tucked under. From here, our hands are coming to our waistline. For any reason, knee is coming up the carriage. If you need to hold on to the foot bar, by all means, hold on. Knee needs to stay down, let it stay down. So I'm lifting my knee up off the carriage, gonna watch that my knee stays over my ankle. From here, arms are by my side. We're gonna lunge ourselves back, extend our arms out, and pull ourselves back in. So really reaching long, finding that flat back, and pulling it in. Really make sure you're bending at this hip. We have 4. For 3. For 2. And last one, slowly bring it on in. And go ahead and place that knee on down. Here, your knee is off. I want you to bend down into the carriage. And then from here, I want you to keep your hips square. Get your hips to the side. Bring it back. Bring the carriage up. Come to a stand. Hinge at the hip till the knee comes down. Open. Keep those hips square to the foot bar. Bring it back. And slowly stand yourself back up. Rotate, bring it back, bring the carriage in. Keep those hips square, rotate that waistline around the spine. We have 4. That quad should really be burning if you're doing it right. For 3. 2. Last one here. Rotate, bring it back in, and slowly bring that carriage on up. All right, realign yourself. We're going to go into jumping scissors or jumping planks. So my knee is going to come down. I'm going to find a good eaves lunge here, really coming into it. I'm really going to extend it out. As I come in, I'm going to lift that leg, scissor it behind me, and land it. You want to keep your hands at a diagonal on the foot bar. Kick that leg behind you. Try to stop the carriage with the leg that's on the headrest. Reach that leg and kick it as high as you can. Working on our heart rate here. Getting it up. We have 5. For 4. For 3. 2. And last one. You can place that foot down. Come into an eaves lunge. Drop that knee. And then you can slowly bring that carriage on in. All right, before we go over to the other side, we're going to go have a kneeling position on our carriage. Our toes, we're going to tuck them behind our shoulder blocks or place them up against our shoulder blocks. From here, our arms are going to be reaching long. We're going to come into down stretch. So we're going to find ourselves in that C curve. So I want you to pull those abs in, round that back. Now, from here, take an inhale. On that exhale, I want you to lift your hips, send them forward, and reach the arms out. Now, option 1, you come into a flat back. If what works for you, keep your shoulders back and down. Option 2 is if chest expansion is for you, come up into that chest expansion. One more here. Reach it out. Next time you push yourself out, I want you to draw those abs in, round that spine, sit yourself back down, and bring that carriage in. So we have 3 more sets like that with 3 pushes and presses in each set. So once you're ready, take an inhale. Exhale, drop those hips. Inhale, push, exhale, push yourself out. Inhale, come in, back extension if it's for you. Push yourself out. You control the movement here. On this last one, on you push out, draw those abs in, and come back into that C curve. Excellent. We have 2 more sets here. When you're ready, drop those shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, drop those hips. Inhale. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, bring it up. On this last one, push yourself out, drop around that spine, and come into that C curve. One more set here when you're ready. Inhale it. Exhale, drop those hips. Reach those arms. Come up into that extension or flat back. Push it out. Reach it up. Last one here. Push it out. And round in to that C curve here. Excellent. Go ahead, give yourself a little bit of a shell stretch. Just drop your hips and then just move your hips from side to side. Get yourself a little stretch before we go on to those lunges on the other side. So I'm just going to put my red spring onto the left side of my reformer. I like the tension when it's even from the side I'm working on. So from here, still one red spring, nothing's changed. We're going to come standing into our lunge position. Our knee is backing down. Our foot is in front of us. Hands are coming down by our sides. From here, shoulders are back. We're going to go for that reach. So when you're ready, bend at that hip and reach those arms. Pull it back in. Stand up nice and tall. Squeeze that glute when you stand back up. Ooh, lost my balance there. Really reach that leg long out of the socket. Yes, every side feels different. We have 5, 4, 3, for 2. Last one, slowly bring it on up. You can go ahead, you can drop that knee. Go ahead, reorganize yourself, shoulders back and down. From here, you're going to push the knee so it comes down to the carriage. Take your hands, you're opening up for rotation. Try to keep those hips square. Bring it back, come standing. Come down, drop the knee, reach, bring it back. Squeeze the glute at the top. We got 2. Try to keep those hips square. Almost there. One more. Draw the lower belly in, bring it on in, and go ahead, stand yourself up. Relax those shoulders, hands come to that foot bar. Go ahead, find yourself out into that Eve's lunge. This is where those scissor kicks, if scissors don't work for you, just come up to a hover. When you're ready, reach it out. You're going to kick that leg behind you and bring it in. That was a bad example. Just you want to hold, you want to stop the carriage with your body. As you kick that leg behind you, you don't want to come all the way to the stopper. We have 5. Kick it out behind you, reach it down, bend into it. The more you bend on that standing leg, the more power you get. For 2, and last one, slowly bring it down, come in to that lunge. All right, let's come up. Slowly take a moment here. We're going to change that spring to one blue spring, taking off that red spring. So I'm on one medium. I'm going to come kneeling on my carriage facing you first. So from here, we are going to grab our strap, long loop or short loop. It's up to you. Hands are coming towards your center. Now I want you to rotate a little so your hands are at your sternum. From here, rotate towards the foot bar, squeeze it back. Remember, your arms are not moving. Your waist is doing this work. I inhale the way back. I exhale for power and also to bring my transverse abs in deeper. We have 3. For 2, this last one, we're going to hold it here. We're going to pulse it tiny towards the foot bar for 5. Sorry, we have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. From here, long loop or short loop. You can also change your weight to one light if this becomes too much. We're going to come for a straight backhand, so I'm going to try it with the short loop and on a blue string. So on a blue spring. So when you're ready, you straight arm across your body diagonally, resist it back. Now again, please remember where you sit or kneel on this carriage makes the work easier or harder. Closer you are to the foot bar, the harder it becomes. For 4. So we're doing a straight arm, draw the sword. 3. For 2. Whew. Last one here, reach it up and over. Excellent. You can hang that strap on up. Go ahead, just come in to a mermaid sit for a quick second. We're just going to come into lateral flexion on this side. So I want you to go ahead, bring your outside hand to the foot bar. I want you to reach that hand closest to your tower. For me, it's my left hand. Little foot bar hand is a little in front of that shoulder. And from here, we're going to go ahead, reach over into that mermaid for lateral flexion. And slowly come on up. Again, let's reach over, lateral flexion. And up. One more here. Come over for lateral flexion. This time when that carriage comes up to center, take that tower side hand, reach it to neutral, and bring the outside hand up and over for an opposing stretch. Excellent. Bring those arms up to center. And from here, we're going to turn around and do the same thing on the other side. So we are going to come kneeling. You can stay on a low kneel or a high kneel. Choice is yours. You're going to go ahead, grab that strap. Long loop or short loop, choice is yours. Still on that blue spring. Hands coming a little towards the strap. Thumbs in line with your sternum. From here, hips are square. And you're going to rotate towards the foot bar, resist it back. You want to pull from your waistline and resist. Every time you rotate, are you rotating up like a soda bottle, rotating up? As you rotate up, it gets a little bit deeper into that oblique and unwind it. Last 2. On this last one, you're staying towards that foot bar. You're going to pulse it for 8, 7, 6. It's the waist. 5, I have to remind myself. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center here. You're going to go ahead, transfer to the outside hand. Long loop or short loop. You're going to go for a straight arm press across your body and resist it back. I know right away I'm not going to be able to do the whole set here. This is my weaker arm, and I'm already losing my form, so I'm going to try to go to the long loop. I'm also going to move a little bit closer because it's still a little too hard for me here. So remember, you can always go to that yellow spring. We have 4 more. For 3. Woo. For 2. I might have to cheat on this one. And 1. Excellent. Bring it on back. And you can slowly hang that strap up. We're going to come into a mermaid sit here. Inside hands at the foot bar, a little bit in front of your shoulder. Outside hand reaching long in neutral, reaching out from that shoulder. From here, you're going to come into that lateral flexion, reach yourself over. Arm comes long, abs are drawn in, and then bring yourself back up. Let's do 2 more here, reaching up and over. And 1 more. Really feel that stretch. Reach out of that arm. And from here, slowly come up. Bring that arm back to its starting position. And then go ahead and come into an opposing stretch. All right, let's come back up to center. Those shoulders, bring your feet out in front of you. We're going to take that blue spring off, change it to a red spring. I'm going to come standing up on the floor. If you have a platform, go ahead and grab it if you want to use it. Otherwise, you can just use your small platform. From here, I'm going to go ahead, stand up on my platform, bring my foot on to my carriage. My hand is coming on to my waistline or my hips. Abs are backing down. And from here, we're just going to come into a side split and pull it in. Think about pulling those pelvic floor up and up as you bring those legs closer together. Pull them in, and up, 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 up. You're growing taller every time you come in. We have 4. Really squeeze those legs tight for 3. For 2. On this last one, come all the way in. Bend and straighten the leg on the platform. Leg on the carriage, stay straight. For 4, 3, 2, last one, you're going to come in. Now the leg on the carriage bends and presses, the leg on the platform stays straight. So really push with that outer thigh, resist as those inner thighs come together. Squeeze those muscles to the bones. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Slowly bring it in halfway. We're going to bend both knees, come down to a squat, and stand it up. Try to keep that carriage quiet as best you can. Stand it up. We have 4. For 3, 2, last one, hold it down, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, chest is proud. Last one, stand it on up and bring that carriage on in. Excellent. All right, from here, we're just going to stretch this side. I want you to extend that carriage just a little bit away again. Bring your arms out to the side. We're going to come into a little standing saw on this side. So I want you to bring your right arm to your left toe. Reach that right arm far behind you. Take a gaze up to it. Come up, stand upright. And now take the right arm to the left foot. Reach, take your gaze, reach that arm behind you. Come up, stand upright. One more each side. Reach towards the ankle. Reach that arm, take that gaze and look. Come on up. Again, let's cross over, stand, and reach up. Stand up upright, and you can go ahead and close that carriage. I'm going to go ahead, step on my platform, and I'm going to switch to the other side. So from here, turning around, my feet a little bit hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Hands are at my hips, shoulders are backing down, abs are pulled in. We're going to start with those standing splits and pull it in. Really think about pushing out and lifting up, 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 and standing tall every time you come in. Last 3. For 2. Come all the way in here. Knee on the platform bends, leg on the carriage, stay straight. Really bend and extend. Reach it in. Get that big hip crease. For 3, 2, and 1. Now leg on the carriage bends. Get it on this side. Really extend it out. Bend into that leg on the carriage. Keep those lower abs pulled in. Last 4. For 3. Almost done. 2. Last 1. Bring it halfway in, hip distance apart. We're coming in for those squats. So squat it down, stand it up, and down. Keep that chest proud. For 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Hold it down. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it on up. Bring that carriage in for a moment. Shake it on out. We're going to come into that standing saw. So go ahead back to hip distance. Arms are reaching long. Left hand to right ankle or vice versa. When you're ready, go ahead. Try not to move that carriage. Reach to that ankle. Reach up, look at the clouds if you feel okay with your balance. Slowly bring it on up and reach opposite side. Slowly up. Cross over that body. 1 more to each side. And last 1. Go ahead, bring your arms back up to center. Rotate yourself. Close the carriage. And then from here, you can carefully turn around. Bring your knees to the carriage. From here, I'm going to bring one foot to the headrest. And then I'm going to take the other foot and bring it to my platform. So just coming into a lunge here, I want you to go ahead, extend yourself out, really push through those arms, open up the hip flexor, keep that chest proud, drop that hip. You can move it in, you can push it out, whatever feels good for you, static hold or removing. Holds for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, can you extend that leg straight on the platform? Drop your head. If you can extend that leg behind you, go right ahead. From here, slowly bend your knee on in and send yourself out one more time. Try to drop that heel. You can also bring your foot up to the foot bar up here if you have that flexibility. I do not, so I stay down on the platform. All right, from here, I'm going to rotate to the other side. So now my left foot is on the platform, my right foot is behind me coming into that lunge. Again, you can move it. You can keep it as a static hold. Choose what works for your body. Bringing down that heart rate if it was up. And then from here, you're slowly going to extend that leg on the platform, extend it out. Try to drop that heel under if it's available. Reach further. From here, bring that leg in one more time. And go ahead, try to push yourself out just a little bit deeper this time. And then from here, you can slowly bend that knee on in. And you can place your feet down onto the floor. We're just going to come standing up, finish a standing roll up. So from here, just go ahead, reach your arms up to the clouds. I want you to slowly tuck that chin towards your chest. Slowly roll yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Just allow yourself to hang heavy. Relax those shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. 2 more. On this next inhale, as you begin to exhale, slowly articulate yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. As your arms come out, take an inhale. Arms come up to the clouds. Exhale it down. Bring your arms to your sides. Roll those shoulders. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Drop your neck back. And then your chin down. Drop those shoulders back to neutral. And thank you so much for joining me for this workout. I hope you enjoyed it. And like always, please like, comment, share. And until next time, I'll see you on the Reformer. Bye.